Hey everyone, I'm here for a pretty fun use your stash kind of a layout. So as you can see, they get these lovely cut apart sheets in the one of the Kitaholic kit monthly kits. Now what happens is that Steph actually cuts them up for us, so we get some awesome already cut exclusive die cuts. So you could still do the same thing. I just had to cut them previously. But what I'm doing is I'm just going to use a whole pile of these tabs and labels and make a feature on my background to display this photo on my scrapbooking layout. So I start laying them down just to see if it would work, if my idea is going to look alright. Then I just get out my little glue tape runner and I stick and plonk. That way, like if you're going to set them all out, I think they're all going to move when you're going to glue them and all those kind of things. It's much more fun to do it this way. Having a bit of a creative time sticking them on and working them out is a bit like a puzzle. So this went along with one of the Cocoa Vanilla You Rock collection, I'm pretty sure it was called. And so the colours are nice boy colours, yellow, blue, orange, grey, brown, no not brown, black, that kind of thing. They're still going to work for girl colours. I did do a lot of girly layouts with this kit as well, but I just like that these colours go so well together. Zoe from Cocoa Vanilla Studios has obviously got an eye for getting colour palettes together really nicely, and then Deb, who's on the design team for Kitaholic Kits, has got an awesome ability to make the exclusive die cuts and labels and etc. in an awesome cohesive way. So that is one of the awesome things about the kits, is that we get some awesome goodies, either parts of the collection and some other goodies, or parts of a few collections, but then we also get a lot of exclusive goodies as well. So just finishing up putting all these on, and as you can see, it didn't take too long at all, especially using that little glue tape runner, which is one that I got from Ecclesie's, the art shop, but I've seen someone on the Facebook say they get theirs from Spotlight, so they must be around in a few different places. I haven't brought one of them for a while actually, because I used to get annoyed that I'd run out too soon, so I just go and use double-sided tape. I did buy a Teresa Collins tape runner, a smaller one, like an ATG, but I don't know, I just wasn't enjoying that either, so I don't know, maybe I'll try it again. If not, I'll pass it along and sell it or give it to someone who's going to use it rather than it sitting on my shelf taking up space where my art journals and traveller's notebook inserts go. I think it'd be much better useful space if I put a new art journal there or traveller's notebook. So this is the other exclusive die cut apart sheet, and I'm just going to use my 1-inch circle punch, if I can get it in there, to cut out that little phrase and have a look if there was anything else. Yep, and I'm going to use another label because apparently there's not enough. As you've seen me, I did back my photo just with a simple full background matte, and that was that lovely colourful paper with the little triangles on it, so that means it draws the colours in really cohesively again. Just having a play with my embellishments. This has actually worked out to be a pretty simple layout. Once the background is done, you've got a lot to look at in terms of what's going on in the page, so there's not needed a lot of things at all. So another thing Steph does in the kits is cuts down the papers or gets us a cut apart sheet that can be used in Project Live, and this is one of them, and I've just ripped the bottom there to give it a bit of a feature that stands out from all the not harsh, but all the straight lines and very, there's nothing jagged. Even the circles are straight lines as such. They're clear, distinct, detailed lines is probably a good way to explain it. So that was a little bit of a cut off, and that looks perfect up there. Just trying to work out if this little star cutter would be nice on that part or not. Maybe this side. Where could it be? So this is one of those other videos that I've hidden on my hard drive, and I've just discovered now that I've got some time off work. I've been doing a bit of organising and things like that, so I thought I'd instead of wasting the footage, I'd share it with you, and hopefully you're enjoying it even though it's an older collection. But the good thing is, with older collections, there's always something that you can use, like you can use the idea or whatever, but a lot of the time the collection's still sitting in your stash. In fact, half this kit is still sitting in my stash, surprisingly, because I loved it so much. I've got 2 boys, it's a perfect collection, but I just, after making a numerous amount of layouts, so I got over it, or something new came along, or something else happened. So it's sitting in my stash, and hopefully I'll get to it during this leave. So I'm trying to work out using up a bit of my stash, especially in the new year. So that's one of my goals, of course, because that's everybody's goal going into the new year usually, using up your stash. But I've got a bit of a different idea of how I want to use my stash, or how I'm going to motivate myself to use my stash. So check out that video when it comes up, and hopefully that motivates yourself to use your things and goodies and whatnot. So I'll still get lots of goodies this year. I mean, like in 2018. I'm still subscribed to Kitaholic Kits and on a few design teams, and have a few other commitments of purchasing as well. Plus, I cannot usually say no to much at all. So even though I'll tighten my purse strings because we're saving for a house this year, I will still have a little bit of supplies coming in for sure. So as you can just see, because if you are watching and not listening to me ramble, or doing both, I'm going to emboss this little chipboard word. It's hashtag happiness, and these came with the kit. This is one of the things that Steph put together with us. So that was in the mixed media kit that goes so really nicely together. And I just double emboss it, and I actually use my heat gun to melt it, as you do when you're embossing. Actually, I think I put another layer on. So I melted here, but do I show? No, obviously I didn't show you. I'm pretty sure I put another layer on because it was really thin stuff. Or I just don't know how to emboss. I've only done it a handful of times. In fact, when I got this kit, I think that's the most I've ever used my embossing powders, which is a bit sad. Although I don't have heaps, I have mostly Christmas colours, because it seems to be something that everyone does in a Christmas kind of a style, which I've been loving, but I really haven't done much Christmas scrapbooking, which I must get onto. Anyway, looking at the chipboard sheet here, I think that actually was an add-on that I purchased because I love chipboard. I know, it's so funny, like chipboard is just the same as die cuts and stuff, but it's got that extra thickness, which for some reason just seems so lovely to me. I love all kinds of embellishments, but there's, you know, like die cuts. Yes, I do like die cuts, but chipboard is something I absolutely love. I get it usually regardless, because I know that I'm going to use it a lot. And sometimes I pull the backing off and make it a bit thinner, but most of the time I like to have the bulkiness there. There's the washi strips, so just adding a layer there. Committing to some things, adding some words and some rubber embellishment up the top there to all those little tags on the background. There we go. So pretty much just finishing up with some embellishing. Obviously the title is hashtag happiness, and the photo is just a lovely cute little photo of my eldest when he was a little baby, sitting having some tummy time on a pillow, and look how happy he is. It's just a gorgeous little smile, and he looks like he was roaring back, or laughing back, or talking. Just a little cutie. Cutie. And then, so just going to add this here. Even though I would have just left it, looking at this now, I would have just left it how it was. That doesn't make it terrible, and this kind of more whatever else I'm going to add is not going to make it look terrible, I'm sure. But it's funny how I would have called it quits, thinking about it, if I was doing it now. Well, maybe. Who knows? When you're scrapping, sometimes you just get in the flow of it all, and just keep going with it, and it just is a ball. And then later, when if you work on YouTube, later then you're watching the video and you go, oh, shouldn't have done that, or should have stopped here. Anywho, these lovely little enamel shapes, the crosses and there's enamel dots, are just a perfect addition to the collection, and I'm so glad we got it in the kit. So just adding some on there. On they go. I'm pretty sure I went through that packet so quickly. I should have grabbed 2 packets. So just spreading them around. Oh, I finished that half. That's what I was waving the plastic around for you. So we got some of this bling in this little orangey kind of a colour, which perfectly goes well with it too. So bling is something I haven't used because I'm a newer scrapper. I know it was all the rage years ago. But then they come in the Kitaholic kits and I have been loving them. I don't know why I didn't think I would like them, but then I got them in the kit. I've had them in a few months and they're just a lovely addition. It works so well. So I put a lot of glue on there, so I'm just using my tweezers to take off the excess of the side. And the video is nearly finished, so I mustn't be doing too much more. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I'm putting something down the bottom. Oh, a little sticky tag, sticky label. Now I'm just going to find somewhere else to put that end, I would imagine. Oh, I didn't glue that one down. Don't know how that happened. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. It's inspired you to use up your stash, because this would look cool with a whole pile of die cuts or a whole pile of similar stickers and things like that. So let me know if you do something similar. I'd love to see it. And I'll see you next time. Catch you around. Bye.